all due respect, there's not going to be any killing without this.
It's a case that's captured national headlines.
We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause.
You see me, I've been true to my colors forever, green and gold.
He has the evidence he needs on the tapes.
And when you don't respect me, I'm gonna spank your ass.
What up, family? It's your boy SNTV coming back at y'all with another episode of International Stepperz. And this episode is going to be about none other than Abdul West, aka ARL.
GOON Records, King of Ep. I got my own record company. I signed myself. Check this out. This is $500,000 on the table, man. This is $500,000 on the table. I just feel like y'all got too excited when Birdman paid me my $200,000. Like that's some real money. I've been had that money. I felt like y'all believed I was broke before I got that $200,000. This is $500,000. Huh? This is type money I bet. OBH Records, I got my own company. Huh? This is OBH Records. I got my own company. I'm independent for real. I'm independent. I signed myself. I don't have no boss. I've never had a boss in my life.
This Philly, man. North Philly to be exact. Where the streets talk before the people do. Where every corner got a story. And every name means something. See, some cities build legends from politics. But in Philly, they build theirs off pain, loyalty, and survival. And in the middle of all that stood a man called ARL, the top goon of Philly, the muscle behind the music, the name that made the whole tri-state whisper his initials like a prayer and a threat at the same time. Abdul West, better known as ARL, was born right there in North Philly, a block baby, raised between church bells and gun shells, the type of kid that ain't had no bedtime, only block time. He came up watching old heads hustle on corners, watching his people grind to make ends meet. And when the mic came along, he realized something powerful. His words hit harder than most people's fists. He started rapping with Cassidy's Larceny family. That's when people first heard that voice, that deep Philly tone, that sound like cracked concrete in cold winters. He wasn't polished. He wasn't industry. He was raw. He dropped Who Harder Than Me and Mud Music. And the hood was like, this boy the truth. He ain't rap about fame. He rapped about what he seen. You could smell the blocks in his verses. You could feel the hunger in every bar. Then he built this empire, OBH, Original Block Hustlers, a crew, a family, a label, depending who asked. They had the streets on smash. Every block from Erie to Lehigh knew what OBH stood for. Loyalty, power, movement. ARL was like a general. He ain't need to talk too much. But when he did, people listened. Rappers respected him. Street dudes feared him. City moved when Ab said move. He had charisma. That natural energy that make you laugh one minute and then fear him the next. That's Philly's energy. That switch between joking and serious and a half a heartbeat. You could walk into a room and make a crowd crack up, tell a story that had you rolling. But if you listen close, you realize the joke came from real pain, real situations, real loss. See, here's the twist. Same voice that built the legend was the same voice that broke it. ARL ain't never bit his tongue. He kept it a buck in interviews. He'd sit there with his fitted low, talking about street life like it was an open diary. Not bragging, just speaking what he knew. But in this world, truth can be dangerous.
Y'all know who he is. This is my little brother, Skinny Me. The notorious Skinny Me. That boy about 130 pounds of horror. I know this for a fact, man. And guess what? This is what I like about Skinny Me. This is what I like about Skinny Me music, man. It's just raw. And it's like reality rap.
The mafia.
Skinny Me will go through a situation, and guess what? It's gonna be in the song. He's gonna make a song about it the same day. So I know that's why I feel it so much. I know it.
A reckless anthem.
When he said I killed the nigga and I did that, I seen him do it. When he say somebody try to drop on me, not wrestle him out for the gun,
man,
and I seen him do it. I know he did it for a fact. I had a job. I done shot niggas and everything. I'm still going to work. Everybody can shoot. Nobody likes getting shot. So when they shoot, you stand there and look at them. You give it back. You see that fucking fear in their eyes. It gets out of here. Then you go to their block. Go to their block again tomorrow. In the morning. Then in the afternoon. Then at nighttime. Then you get phone calls. Hey, I quit. I don't want no more. Y'all niggas be too. Alright, won't ever come.
Every podcast, every vlog, every Instagram live, every lyric, they was all listening. The streets listen for motivation. Feds listen for evidence. He ain't know that one day, all them stories he told for entertainment, they playing back in court. His own interviews became a part of his federal case. Same charisma that built his name became the soundtrack to his downfall. That's the irony, right? He told his life to the people, but in the end, people told it back to the system. But you can't talk about AB without talking about that Philly sense of humor, that slick talk, that dry delivery that had you crying laughing. He'd say something wild, then grin like, you know I'm playing, right? But behind that grin, there was always a certain level of truth. That's how Philly dudes move. They laugh through trauma, joke through pressure, crack smiles and shootouts just to keep from crying. AR Ab embodied that. He was the big homie that made the youngest feel seen. The one who gave you a plate before he gave you advice. The one who could clown you for messing up or still slide for you if it came down to it. That's why his power ran so deep. He ain't just hired soldiers. He had believers. Then it happened. 2018. The headlines hit. The OBH name was in ink. Federal indictment. Drug conspiracy. Kingpin accusations. Same interviews. Same lyrics. Same stories that made him famous. Now twisted into something else. Prosecutor said he led a major drug operation. They said the music was the mask. But AR Ab stood 10 toes down in court, saying they misunderstood the culture. He told the judge, we don't rap about flowers and rainbows. We gangster rappers. That's Philly defiance right there. That's what they do when they try to read our art through a lens. But even in his defense, you can feel the pain in his words. That regret of maybe talking too much, maybe moving too bold, maybe letting the streets become a stage too wide. They gave AR Ab 45 years, 45 summers away from the block he loved, 45 winters away from his city. And when that gavel hit, Philly felt that echo. Whether you liked him or not, he was one of them. Raw, unfiltered, and real. And I think that what we can learn from the story of AR Ab is this. Now look, this story ain't about pity. It's about power. And what happens when you speak it too loud. AR Ab was a legend, no doubt. A king in his own right. A kings fall when the crown get heavy. When the weight of truth become too much for silence to hold. See, we live in a time where clout talk louder than common sense. Everybody want to go viral. Everybody want to tell their story before they even finish living it. But what Ab taught us is that sometimes silence is the most gangster thing you could practice. He once had the whole Philly behind him, but the same voice that made us laugh, same voice that made us proud, same voice that spoke truth, also built the case that took him away. That's the tragedy in the poetry. Ab ain't the first. He won't be the last. Cause every hood got a king that talk too much. Every city got a soldier who forget the difference between music and memory. So when you watch this story, don't just see another rapper gone. See the warning, see the mirror, see the message in the music. If you in the trenches, if you out there chasing your dream, remember, every word got a cost. Every post got a price. Not every story need to be told to the world. Sometimes the most real thing you can do is keep your mouth closed and your moves loud. AR Ab, the top goon of Philly, a legend who made us laugh, made us listen, and made us learn. A man who built a kingdom with words, and lost it the same way. This the city of brotherly love, but it's also the city of heavy lessons. From North Philly to the world, may this story remind us all, speak your truth, but know when silence is sacred. Because sometimes the loudest thing in the room is your own echo.